And now we're gonna do something everybody like to do. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, this is Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5.
This is Mark Ray.
This is Craig Charles.
And you are now tuned into Joints and Jams
With Shaka Loves You.
with Shaka Loves You.
With Shaka Loves You on Soho Radio. Listen on the slide.
You gotta have tiny legs.
Nah, longer fingers, I think. Yeah.
I can ruin any party, mate.
Just say no.
And good luck on y'all show, man, for real.
So we're joined on the phone by good friend Andreas, aka X-Ray Ted. How's it going, mate?
What up?
How's
it going, guys?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks,
mate.
man.
Good.
Thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
How's lockdown life been? We've not actually properly caught up face to face. I don't think we've been chatting.
No, we haven't. We've
chatting bits and
been
pieces
in
and
Twitch chat.
watching each other's streams. But
yeah, I've been digging it. I'm really digging it.
yeah, the streams have been fun. I want to chat about streaming in a wee bit. But yeah, how's lockdown? I mean, we're well into lockdown now. We're starting to kind of come out of it a little bit, I guess. How's life been for you?
Yeah, it's been all right. I mean, as you guys know, I work outside of DJing as well, and
Sure.
I have my own company, so I've been able to furlough myself. But moving to working from home has been really easy, really nice transition. So
Yeah, did
a
you
lot
work
easier
from?
than a lot of people.
Yeah, totally.
Huh?
Did you work from home anyway, or were you kind of more based in like an office for?
I have my own office, and so I could work from home, or I could choose to work in my office. It was whatever I felt like that day, really. So
Yeah,
I just gave notice on my office and moved everything back in here.
that's cool. For people that don't know, what is it you do outside of DJing and producing?
Oh, outside DJing and producing, I work as an animator. So I work on a lot of series, features, and like internet-based stuff. A lot of training videos. I work quite a lot at Aardman Animations, where I worked on the Shaun the Sheep series and the recent feature that was in the cinema, Farmageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Brilliant.
And how much of your?
Yeah.
I've not actually seen the Shaun the Sheep one, but Marty saw it. You said it was
I'm sure I've seen it. When did that come out? Was it it was like kind of last summer, was it?
Oh, it was about 6 months ago. The feature came out,
Oh, okay.
and then there's a new series on Netflix that's just popped up. New Shaun the Sheep series.
Amazing. I mean, like that's got to be, as an animator, right? Getting a call from Aardman and getting offered to. I mean, what was it like walking in there?
Oh man,
Kinda-
well, honestly, the first time I ever went in there, they showed like 6 of us from my university course around the building, and so I'd already seen it
okay.
when I started working
Oh,
there.
okay.
But that first time walking in, like they've got all the props from all the Wallace and Gromit films
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
everywhere, and like so you're walking through, and it's like walking through British nostalgia.
Your
Like,
childhood,
totally.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a great place to work, man. It really is.
So let's just be like, I've made it. You know, from
Yeah,
an animation point of view, and being from the UK.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially being from Bristol as well, like it meant a lot. A lot getting in there.
So they a Bristol company then, Aardman.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize we're from there.
Right.
But for anyone listening that doesn't know them, they're responsible for obviously Shaun the Sheep, like we said.
Yeah.
But Wallace and Gromit, Chicken Run, they did the Sledgehammer video. Yeah, they've done a lot.
A lot of stuff. And how much of your time is split between the music side of what you do and then the animation side? Is it 50-50 or is it?
It's normally pretty seasonal, so
Yeah.
50-50. Winter, when there aren't as many festivals and shows as much, I'm focusing a lot more on my business, and then it gives me the time to have essentially like 5 or 6 months free to work on music,
Yeah.
back up all my stuff for winter for next year, and then put it out.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it.
That's pretty handy, man. And I guess this would be kind of the time that you would be getting ready for, obviously, putting the animation to the side a little bit, and then summer festival season's coming up.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of festivals,
Festivals.
so we on this show was it 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago, we had a Shindig festival special where we played. It was all the music from artists that were playing at the festival, and we had Will and Slim on for a wee chat. And this would have been the weekend that we would have been all been down at
I
Shindig.
feel like we've jinxed it. I feel like purely by doing that
That
show
special.
episode, we've just completely ruined summer
Yeah.
festival season.
Yeah,
for
this
everyone.
this is on you guys.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. So Friday morning, I don't know what day you normally get to site, but we would have been probably getting up around about now.
Or
after-
still up.
Or still up from the
Or
Thursday.
still up.
Still
yeah.
up.
A lot of us still up. Yeah.
Yeah. But
But no, it's every year. Normally, it's me or you. 8:00, Ghetto Funk nightclub, opening it up for everyone. So
on the
Yeah,
Friday, that's
man.
right. Yeah. I know.
And then it would have been last night, I guess, because remember last year it was Hong Kong Ping Pong.
On the Thursday,
they close it or host it or something like that?
they hosted. It was Hong Kong Ping Pong, Mr. Stabelina. I can't remember who else played it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but that was that the first time that they'd started on a Thursday kind of officially, because the year before was like a sort of crew sort of soft opening on a like crew bar on the Thursday night.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I remember getting there on the Thursday and wandering down into the festival site, because normally we get there and there's no one there, and like Will takes us for a wee kind of wander around, and I remember getting to the Ghetto Funk nightclub and it was just like full. It was like full pelt. It's like, oh, here we go, straight into Shindig on a
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah. But at least they're doing the Shindig at home thing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going
Or
to be
the-
good.
Even though when we're recording this, when
It'll
this
have
goes out,
already
it
been
will
out.
have already happened. But
Yeah, the Shindig at home thing was amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, man.
Last week.
Brilliant.
But yeah, there's so many people that are like, because it's such a big part of like a lot of our festival calendars. You know, it kind of kicks off the season, and it's. I mean, of all the ones, it's one of the ones that kind of stings the most for it not to be happening. You know.
Yeah, totally. Like
Yeah.
for me, my year-round highlights are Shindig and my Canada tour, and they're both off this year. So
Yeah, totally.
yeah,
I know.
this one hurts.
It's a
And
shame.
it's for us as well. It's all our friends. Like,
Yeah,
Shindig's like our big staff party.
Exactly.
totally. Big,
Everyone's there.
everyone in the same place.
And it's also it's the point that I work up to every year. So I try and refresh my entire live set from Shindig to Shindig, so that I have something brand new to present at the beginning of festival season, and it's
Yeah.
premiered at Shindig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's just the best sort of setup in every way, isn't it? Having it right at the start of the summer.
Yeah.
But let's hope, fingers crossed. Let's hope that it's everything's cool for September.
So I wanted to talk about Red Bull 3Style because that's obviously been quite a big achievement or part of your journey recently.
Yeah, man.
So when were the UK finals that you competed in? End of last year?
Yeah, November. I want to say November last year. That's the kind of thing I should remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of last year up in Manchester for 3Style finals.
So for people that maybe don't know exactly what 3Style is, just give them a quick kind of blast on what you kind of have to do and what's involved, and then a little bit about what it was like.
So Red Bull 3Style is obviously Red Bull's DJing competition, and you're challenged to, at first it's a 5-minute online submission, and the rules are that you have to include minimum three styles of music, which is why it's 3Style. And it's a step away from things like the DMC, where that's all just based on pure skill.
Yeah.
This is a party rocking competition.
Yeah.
Obviously, scratch DJs, etc. We do really well at it because of the way that we play.
Yeah.
And I think as well our scene in general, the way that we all play, plays into it really well.
Totally.
So that gave me a little bit of an advantage there. But yeah, it's international competition, and there's one round for the UK. So everyone gets put in through the online submission, and then they choose 6 people to go into the finals. And then out of those 6, one person represents the UK and goes up against other countries representing their country.
The best of the world. And obviously some of the judges that 3Style gets are literally the cream of the international DJ community. You got people like Jazzy Jeff.
The UK, the judges that we had come over to the UK were SK83, Jay Espinosa, and Damantino, who are all 3Style champions in their own right.
Yeah, former
And then
champions.
the final champions are Newmark, Jazzy Jeff, Scratch Bastard. It's all people of that caliber. I think Cuba was maybe even a judge.
He's
Right.
I think they rotate the judges kind of every year. They change some of them, but Jazzy Jeff and Newmark from Jurassic 5 and Scratch Bastard tend to be the like kind of regular ones. And what was the actual experience of going to the finals and competing? What was that like? Was it, obviously I can imagine as a DJ it would have been pretty nerve wracking.
It was very nerve wracking. Because it all comes down to a 15-minute set. So it was really cool because my buddy Reva from Bristol was in the finals as well. He's a crazy good DJ. I kind of had him pinned to win because he's in that scene. He knows everyone. Not coming second. And it was really nice. Like, everyone met at the hotel. We all went for dinner together. Nobody was like holding back or
Okay, that's cool.
no one's beefing at all. Everyone was like, we're a team. We'll all get this done. I hope your set goes well.
That's
like,
cool, man.
Everyone's
Yeah,
helping each other out. It's really nice.
I have heard that about 3Style. I do think there's a lot of like, if you've got an ego, you're not gonna you're not gonna thrive in that scene.
It's crazy to have it like that because essentially it is a DJ battle, which traditionally have just been ego.
Yeah,
you step up with that ego and you're that guy. But 3Style was lovely, man. It was really, really good. Great experience. And off the back of that, I got invited into Serato, got invited into Pioneer, so I got to meet all those guys, which was really cool. Just, aside from being given free stuff and like the photo opportunity you get from being at Pioneer or being at Serato, it was just awesome as a DJ. Like, I've been DJing 16 years.
Wow.
So to finally get myself into somewhere like Serato or somewhere like Pioneer was just crazy.
Yeah. Do you think you'll enter again like next year or whenever they?
Yeah, I think so. To work on new routines since I've been in lockdown, I'm sure.
Have you been like, speaking of lockdown and doing stuff, have you been like creative or less creative, more creative, doing more stuff, or have you kind of, I know a lot of people have been struggling with it and finding it hard to stay creative and motivated and stuff, but
I've found it, I always have a pretty high creative output generally, and as I said with my other job, I've been super on it with that. Since lockdown, I've had a lot of work going on with that. So my creative output in general has been really high. And at the moment, I've got a lot of specific projects that I'm working towards with music. So finishing off my EP for Bomb Strikes, that happened during lockdown. I've been working on routines.
That's a dope
radio
EP,
show
by the
coming
way.
up. Sorry?
That's a dope EP, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Really
so on the show, we actually just played Chopsy's new groove. Before this interview.
Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Go and if you've not grabbed it already, you can go and grab his X-Ray Ted's latest EP on Bomb Strikes Records, out now and all the usual places. Have you got stuff coming up you could talk about or tell us about?
Yeah, I think by the time this comes out, I'll be safe to talk about it.
Good.
So a couple of years back, I did a trunk of funk for Craig Charles's show on BBC Six Music. And since lockdown, he's been doing every day on Six Music, and they've got a half-hour trunk of punk.
Right.
And if there's any video for anyone, you can see my Descendants record on the wall. I'm a big punk rock fan. So I got in contact and I said, look, if you want a DJ to try and give a shot at a punk mix, we can do that. And didn't really hear anything back. And I thought, well, that's that. And then Craig called me and was like, so are we doing it? We're doing it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So if this airs on the 27th, then it's on Friday. So in 2 days' time, during his show, it's his daytime show. So it'll be a half-hour punk rock mix, which we don't think we've really ever seen anyone do before.
That's going to be cool. And I think it's between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, I think, during the day, isn't it? Is afternoon.
I think that's right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll be tuning in for that, man. That's amazing.
Getting some.
Thanks, man. It's been crazy. I mean, I only got the call 2 days ago, so sourcing music and sourcing stems, acapellas, all that kind of stuff. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, I
like
bet.
thinking about punk rock in a different way.
Yeah, because you'd be approaching it in a totally different way to what you would normally like listen to or you know play it or whatever.
Exactly, and like the way that we approach, I'm speaking for you here, but the way that I approach funk and disco and hip hop, I've always got that. I'm listening to it, but then there's always that. Oh, that could fit in myself. Oh, there's a sample there. Oh, there's a loop. And
Yeah, totally.
for me, punk rock's my other big passion. So it's just always been, aside from being in bands, it's been a purely listening thing. You don't really think about using other people's records in that way. So it's been really fun so far. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into it.
And what came along first, punk or funk for you?
Oh, punk, man.
Yeah.
I was big into punk rock from probably age 11.
Right.
And then I ended up finding hip hop through Beastie Boys. And one of my friends, when I was like, I think maybe 12 years old, his sister had come back from America and she had a mini disc. Shout out to
Yeah.
a mini disc.
Remember mini
discs,
discs?
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had a mini disc with the J5 EP on it.
Nice.
What?
And so she gave that to us and we were like, oh my God, what's this? And like got into hip hop through there and then eventually started digging samples and realizing where everything had come from. And at that point, my dad realized what was happening and he gave me like a big stack of Motown 45s.
Amazing.
Which funnily enough, as a nice little anecdote for your radio show, that's how I found out that my dad was married before my mum. I was going through all these 45s.
Is this a world exclusive?
Absolute, yeah, this is an exclusive. All the absolute smashers on these 45s had a little green sticker on them that said Linda. I was going through and I was like, all the bangers. I was like, Dad, all the bangers say Linda. And he was like, oh yeah, Linda's my ex-wife.
What?
45.
That's hilarious. Rumbled, Dad.
Rumbled. Have you seen the Beastie Boys story yet? Have you watched that yet?
No, I haven't. Have you?
I've not seen it, but it's meant to be really good.
Yeah, I've seen them doing. They did a bunch of interviews with Jimmy Fallon that were and Questlove that were
Yeah, I
quite interesting.
watched that as well.
So we mentioned it right at the top of the show. We talked about live streaming. Obviously,
Yes.
pretty much every DJ on the planet has joined the live streaming club at some in some way at the moment. You are doing your Sunday mornings
Yes.
every Sunday.
Like you said, every DJ on the planet is live streaming right now, and I ended up doing a couple of live sets that were like full on X-rated headliner party sets, and it felt a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Right.
To be honest, like, I think the ones that are doing the streams, the constant streams that are doing really well, aren't that high-powered, focused. Like,
Yeah.
it's something you can get involved with, you can sit in and get into a little bit. And so I didn't really want to add to that pile. I mean, there's how many DJs are playing the same drum and bass set right now?
Yeah.
And you see it every day.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to add to that pile, so I've been doing Sunday morning coffee, 10:30 till 11:30, and it's just me in my dressing gown at my turntables, drinking coffee, playing records, literally playing records, just going through my record collection and playing songs start to finish, like the radio.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because I think we all have a fan base, and our fan bases know what we do. And so right now, it's a bit more fun to show them what it's like for me at home on a Sunday.
Totally.
Yeah, man. Do you
they've
feel
seen me
like?
play.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like there's less pressure now in the kind of live streaming scene, and not really having to like plan out a whole set, or do you feel like it's a little bit more relaxed for you being able to do it like this?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the morning coffee situation is very, very relaxed.
Yeah.
So I've got a few sets where I'm part of lineups. Like I did one for swing and bass. I've done
Yeah, that's right.
the Live for Love, which
Yeah.
is probably worth a mention. Live for Love. Hashtag.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'd initially had a target of 20K.
Yeah.
but then they smashed through that and they went, well, let's go up to 30. And I think they've got that.
I want
now,
to
so.
say, I think someone donated $8,000 during Artwork set.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, because artwork was only meant to do like, I don't know, like a 4-hour set or something, and he ended up doing like 11 hours or something ridiculous
Really?
like that.
Yeah.
He just went all through the night and raised a ton of money. But yeah, they were raising money for the Trussell Trust, which I think donates to
UK food banks.
UK food banks. So yeah, massive shout outs to the Life for Love crew.
Yeah, big love, Hannah.
But yeah, it's the live streaming thing. It's been, you were talking about kind of pressure and what it feels like pressure in a different way, or not pressure, but like you're slightly more under the microscope when you're doing a live stream.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true, and especially for guys like us where we scratch live, you know how much of a sine wave that is. Like,
yeah, totally.
Some days you're on point, and some days you're not. And I think when you're in a club, there's a lot more.
It's way more
leniency.
forgiving. Way more forgiving.
Yeah, way more forgiving.
People don't notice every little, if you make a slight, mess of a mix, or you don't quite get a cut that's tight, people are probably not even going to notice. But when, especially if you're getting good quality audio into your streams and people are listening to it on decent speakers or headphones or whatever, it's much, much harder to mask those mistakes.
Yeah. But I do think that, I guess the way that I've been approaching it has changed, and it's felt less pressured. So when I am doing the live sets that more like me on a lineup kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not treating it like a set in a club anymore. I'm making sure that, and as you guys know, I mix quick. I play, 45 to 60 songs minimum in an hour.
In an hour, yeah.
And I've slowed that down a bit because people are right there. It's, the last thing that you want when you're DJing is the crowd to try and talk to you.
Yeah.
And when you're live streaming,
it's the opposite.
I found it's been nice to get that bit of breathing space so that you can interact with the crowd.
Yeah.
So that's been a really nice difference in the two.
Yeah, man. I think like this is a really good opportunity to just sort of take a break from, the craziness that everyone was gigging constantly and traveling around constantly. And like we found that we've been able to like really reconnect with people. I mean, it sounds a bit daft, like in chat rooms and stuff, but you're really sort of seeing the people who are engaging with what it is that you're doing, and it's been a lot of fun actually.
Yeah.
Twitch was weird for us when we first started because it's like a full-on gaming platform, isn't it?
Yeah.
So normally it'd be like, I don't know, 14-year-olds or something playing like Fortnite or something.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, I was kind of like, I was aware of Twitch, like I'd heard of it, but I'd not really ever been on it or knew kind of fully what it was all about. But now, like, every DJ's like, all the gamers are probably laughing at us, going, "Come on, we were on this shit years ago."
But it'll be really interesting to see how this kind of model that everyone's doing at the moment, if it continues once things start to maybe relax off a little bit and clubs and bars kind of keep opening. Are DJs going to just leave live streaming completely, or is this something that is going to be around to stay? I don't know.
Yes, I would have thought, just my personal prediction is that the people who have the shows that are doing well, that'll become like a radio show.
Yeah.
Where, like, say how you guys have your Wednesday show and your Sunday brunch.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are shows that would, well, whether you choose to or not, they definitely have the potential to be a staple thing that it's just another thing, the laptop's now your radio.
Yeah.
And people will tune in if people keep going with it. But I do think that I think already you've noticed a drop off of people, DJs who are going, oh, well, let's jump on the live stream. And they did a couple and then they kind of realized that maybe they didn't have the diversity of music, or that they just didn't connect with it, or something that they just...
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed a drop off in the amount of people streaming.
Yeah.
But I've also seen a great surge in the quality of streams that are still around.
Yeah, man. Did you watch Sticky Bud's YouTube video on how he put all his streams together?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
Oh man, honestly, you need to go and check it out. I mean, like the guy's put a serious amount of time, money, and effort into what he does. Like, if people don't know Sticky Buds, Canadian DJ producer, but yeah, go and check out his live streams.
They're pretty insane. All green.
Yeah, I think he had, without getting too geeky into everything, but I think he bought like this brand new graphics card, but he kind of housed it in its own housing as an external graphics card from his MacBook.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, I guess that's an advantage that I've had. I haven't been tripped up by tech at all with this because of my other job.
Yeah.
So I've got
Yeah.
in this room, I've got 3 computers with high-powered graphics cards. I'm looking at 5 screens right now.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But it's been really easy. There's been no like, oh, I've got to buy this, I've got to buy that, I've got to work out how to do that. I just plugged everything in and it worked.
Yeah. If it wasn't for OBS, it would have been.
Oh.
That's been an absolute lifesaver.
Absolutely.
But it's funny because people that don't know what goes into our live stream probably think it's fairly straightforward to set up, but when you actually have to do it, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, like we're kind of lucky in a way because there's 2 of us. So like we can kind of like manage things, the graphics side of things. We kind of started doing some visuals. We've got like overlays that you're making, and then like I can get involved and like chat with people. But then like Jamie's live streaming, trying to check like the live stream's actually working, and like answering people's comments and stuff like that. And it's pretty full on at the same time, isn't it? And DJ, yeah,
DJ.
The main bit, yeah, exactly.
And refresh Facebook when you get kicked off.
Exactly.
But from a DJing point of view, I've really been enjoying the fact that it gives me a chance to dig way deeper into my music collection that I never get to in a club, and play like you said, it's way more like a radio show. Certainly the streams that we're doing, and yeah, it's been nice to kind of like you said, let stuff play a little bit more, and then like don't worry about just letting a song kind of play out, and then chat to folk a little bit on in the chat. So I've really enjoyed, and like just from like a listener's point of view, from a punter point of view, the amount of amazing DJs that are streaming and playing like amazing music that you can just literally every night of the week just sit and watch DJs you'd probably never get to see normally doing their stuff live is from a music lover's point of view, it's amazing.
And the thing that I've noticed as well is from a lot of the top level DJs, like I'm guessing you've watched Jazzy Jeff's Magnificent House Party, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fun. The DJs that are in the chat.
I know, yeah.
And he's like, yo, DJ Premier's here. Oh, Macio's here. And it's like, those guys are, it's almost like leveling. Like everybody's at home doing the same as we're doing. We're all in the same nightclub, essentially.
Totally.
It's a good reason for everyone to still keep making music and putting music out, because there's so much music getting played and streaming getting done. I think when this all first started, people were like, should I even make music now? Should I be releasing it? Like, are people going to buy it? Are people going to listen to it? And
it's just been amazing to see like different communities and kind of DJ pockets all around the world just kind of stepping up and going, right, well, yeah, shit, I'm gonna do this as well. I'm gonna put something out there and a lot of it I think has come from, obviously there's like a personal selfish part where you want to do it for your brand or whatever, but also I think a lot of people have been doing it to kind of entertain the rest of the public that are stuck in lockdown. There's been a non-selfish part of it as well.
Yeah, and keep your sanity.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, for people like us that gig a lot, like I'm used to having at least a couple of shows every weekend.
Yeah.
At least as my month, and just being able to DJ in a way that's meaningful, if you know what I mean, rather than just like playing around at home, just doing nothing, like really working on something because there's an audience.
Yeah.
While this is all going on.
Yeah.
It's been good. Right.
Yeah, totally. And where can people catch your live streams?
People can catch my live streams on Twitch exclusively currently. I will be doing some more headline style sets. I don't know what's been announced as per this going out. But there's some Canadian festivals that are keeping their festivals going with live streams, and
Nice.
I'll be involved with some of those. So I guess just check out my socials.
Keep an eye on the socials.
Yeah.
What about music? Have you got stuff coming up you can talk about, or stuff you're writing at the moment?
Well, I've just dropped my Bomb Strikes EP.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the process of writing a new one. I've got something that's been great is collabs. I've been sinking into a lot more collabs since lockdowns happened. So
Nice.
I'm sure Steve won't mind me saying there's a X-Ray Ted Fork Knox 5 collaboration going on right now.
Amazing.
So we're trying to get that out. Well, get that polished off and get that out. And as for music, I've just been really just working on this Trunk of Punk mix. I've had a couple of free edits that I put on my Bandcamp, which is xrayted.bandcamp.com. I've never really been into Bandcamp.
Yeah, it's been a huge thing for us recently, actually.
Yeah.
We never really invested much time into it, but I mean, it seems like the community on Bandcamp seems completely separate from any other platform.
Yeah, totally.
It's not like people are going on Bandcamp and Beatport. Maybe they are, I'm not sure, but it just seems like to be a whole separate thing. And then since Bandcamp have been waiving their fees, that's helped so many people out. In fact, they're actually doing it the first Friday of each month. I think they did it last month in May, or the beginning of this month in May, and first Friday in June and July.
But yeah, it's been I think a lifesaver for a lot of starving artists at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously all our revenue is down right now. Like, even though I work separately, I'm noticing the amount I rely on those shows that I'm currently missing, and my Bandcamp revenue has been a real help. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that's a good place to end it. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to chat to us, Jay. It's nice to catch up with a mate.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the weekends in the year that we would have seen each other. So
exactly. It's quite a good weekend to do it on the shindig.
Yeah.
I guess you'll be tuning in tomorrow. Well, yeah.
Last week.
Yeah. As of now, I'll be tuning in tomorrow, but when this goes out last week,
week.
No doubt. The lineup looks amazing.
Yeah, no doubt we'll see you in the chat rooms.
Oh yeah, I'll see that. And that's on Mixcloud Live as well, which just launched yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been on there yet?
No, not yet.
We did one stream to it a few weeks back.
Yeah, it didn't seem to work that solid.
It's still in beta, so I think they're ironing out a lot of issues. But if
I think the official release was yesterday or the day before, because I got an email about it.
Well, I got an email as well, but I thought it still said it was in. But you might be totally right. I thought it still said it was in beta, but yeah, once that's properly like going, it's going to be a bit of a game changer for DJs, I think.
Yeah, I hope so, because they deal with the PRS as well, don't they?
Yeah, so they've basically, I think the way they get around it is they've got a radio license, Mixcloud.
Ah, cool.
So they can legally broadcast. I mean, there's certain restrictions, like you can't play more than 3 tracks of the same artist in one mix. So you can just like rinse out like 20 of your own tracks, but it's a far cry from Facebook or even YouTube and places like that. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us, man. It's been
always a pleasure, guys.
It's been great to catch up, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, man. Take care. It's good to see you.